Hello, my name is Cedric Deloach, and this is the Consulting with Ronald Raymond podcast. I am your host, or in this case, I am the owner of Ronald Raymond Consulting. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this pod and what we look to do here at Consulting with Ronald Raymond. Throughout this podcast, we'll be giving you tips and pointers on saving, on how to budget your money, how to handle your money, different pointers and tips that have worked for people worldwide. Also, throughout my time here, I will also eventually have different guests on, realtors, investors, successful business owners, and entrepreneurs, just to be able to give uh, everyone more tips, more pointers about how to be a successful entrepreneur or just things that work for certain individuals that have been successful in being able to budget their money, being able to grow their credit score. I'll even have on, as I mentioned, realtors or certain MLOs, and what are they looking for when it comes to you trying to get pre-approved for your first house. So all these things will be able to benefit you and give you just those extra knowledge when it comes to be able to learn more about the financial world. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. As I said before, my name is Cedric Deloach, born and raised in Selma, Alabama, what would now be called Valley Grande. Grew up on Persimmon Tree. For those who do know that, countryside area, woke up to chickens and hogs. So, needless to say, country boy at heart. Graduated Selma High School, Selma High Saint alum, and then from there moved to Talladega, Alabama, which is where I reside now. So I'll tell you a little bit about why I started my career. So you'll see in the bio that will be on my website a little bit about this. It just tells you a little bit about how my mom, who is legally blind, when I was growing up, of course, her not being able to see, and as soon as I was able to read and write, I was balancing her checkbook every month. We're sitting at the table, writing out all of her bills to go to whether it's the power bill or the water bill, didn't matter. So we was writing all the bills out. Then of course I had to balance the checkbook. So I was balancing the checkbook easily, I could say probably at the age of 8 or 9 years old. So some would probably say I was probably destined to be in the financial field, the financial world. But I would probably say I was more so, I was just going to help people, because that was something that my mom instilled in me as well, is to be selfless and to be able to help those in need. And because I, of course, had to assist her quite often because of that disability. And of course, it taught me to care about others other than myself. So being in the financial world is pretty much just the same thing. So I'll tell you a little bit about where I started. I started in uh, the payday lending world. Starting in the payday lending world for those who don't know what payday lending is, then if you don't, then probably it's good that you don't. I will have a pod to maybe speak on what payday lending is, pros and cons, and definitely alternatives that I would love to tell you about that would be a little bit better than probably going that route. But me being there also helped what started what you see today as far as with Ronald Raymond Consulting, because I was able to see what payday lending does to certain individuals in certain cases. So of course, me knowing that there wasn't a great future in that line of work, I moved on to the federal bank, and I was there for a decade. of course, I was there and learned a lot there. I was able to help many individuals, whether it was buying their first home, whether it was in investing money, whether it was starting their own business, being successful business owners. I was able to really be able to assist them with that. And now, of course, I, I'm able to take all that knowledge that I did learn and now turn that into Ronald Raymond Consulting. And then, of course, this podcast, Consulting with Ronald Raymond, is going to be of a great benefit to the listeners that do listen, that want to get more information and more knowledge very, very fast. We live in a time frame now that information is everywhere and people love information and they want it very fast, very quickly. So I'll be able to do that here on the pod to be able to give you more information. Now, for those who do know me, one of the questions was asked, "Hey, Ronald Raymond Consulting, what is that? Who is Ronald? Who is Raymond?" So I'll tell you very briefly who those two individuals are. Uh, we'll start with Raymond. Raymond Deloach is actually my grandfather. He passed away 1994 at the age of 56 due to complications with lung cancer. So unfortunate for me, I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with my grandfather due to that. But just knowing how he was as an individual, how he was as a man, he was a hard worker, worked for the county for years, the county of Dallas County, and then also worked with his hands quite a bit. So that once again, he was born in 1938. So of course, was very good at working with his hands, in which most men at that point in time were very, very good with their hands. So very, very hard workers. So that's one generation. Then we go down another generation, Ronald. Now, Ronald is my wife's father, so that's my father-in-law. Another individual that unfortunately passed away in 2023. But the legacy that he was able to leave behind will go a long way. Spent his life helping people, whether it was to learn more about the Bible or even the career that he chose, being a manager. If someone needed a job, guess what? Call Ronald. Um, also, was an individual that was also very financial literate as well. So when we're talking about this company and the educational side of it, wanting my clients to be financial literate and have all the financial education that they deserve, then that was something that he was big on as well, and that was something that he was well versed in. So now that is the next generation, and now my generation. And then I also have two little ones as well that I want to make sure that they are aware and educated of finances. So this is a generational thing. This is the keys to getting generational wealth. You can't control the past. I can't control what happened in 1945. I can't control what happened in 1984. What I can control is what happens in 2024 going into 2025. That's what I can control. That's what I can help. And that's what I'm here to do. Now, I'll give you the little bit of the pointers from the Ronald Raymond Consulting mission statement. So, of course, as I mentioned, it was founded in 2024, and Ronald Raymond Consulting is committed to providing financial education that goes beyond the conventional. Our mission is to empower individuals and families with the knowledge and tools they need to build lasting financial success. We believe that financial education is the key to creating generational wealth, and we are dedicated to delivering this knowledge to those who need it most. So if you are here, if you are listening, then maybe that's something that you're interested in learning more about. Maybe that's something that you're interested in uh, getting to getting to, which is being financial free, having financial freedom, not living paycheck to paycheck. So if that's something that you are looking to do, then hey, you guys are in the right spot. So I'll tell you what we offer. There's certain different topics because everybody is different. You may be here listening because you are interested in knowing more about how can you grow your credit. My credit needs repaired. Well, guess what? That's something that we do. I can't seem to save money. I'm not really good at saving. I spend too much money. Guess what? We also assist with creating a budget. So certain business topics like credit repair, creating a budget, financial consultation, how to separate my business from my personal, how to start a successful business, bookkeeping consultation, because that is something that Ronald Raymond Consulting offers as well. And and then also too, uh, partnership. Definitely all about partnership. So if you have clients that you may feel may benefit from my services, if I have clients that I feel may benefit from services provided, then of course I want to do what's better for the Ronald Raymond Consulting clients, and we can partner when it comes to that. Now, these are just a few topics. I'll tell you where to be able to find me. The number one spot as of right now is definitely going to be Facebook. You go find Ronald Raymond Consulting on Facebook. There, you'll be able to also find a link to my WhatsApp. You could be able to message me there. Also, you can message me on Facebook. And then I also have an email address that you can also email me any questions that you may have. Email address is cdeloach at ronaldraymondconsulting.com. That is C Deloach, Deloach at ronaldraymondconsulting.com. We will also have a website that will be up very, very, very shortly that will be able to give more information into the business topics that we offer. So be on the lookout for that. I will also on my Facebook, you'll be able to see me give a lot of tips and pointers around shopping during the holidays, or rather preparing yourself for the new year, retirement, anything when it comes to related to the financial world. So if you have any questions, feel free to find me on those social media sites, and you can reach out to me there. There's also an Instagram as well, Ronald Raymond Consulting, that you're able to reach out to me there to ask any questions that you may have. Where you'll be able to find this particular pod, Spotify, Amazon, anywhere where you would normally find your podcast, you will be able to find this podcast, Consulting with Ronald Raymond. Guys, I look forward to more topics, being able to go over more things. I look forward to being able to meet those in my community and beyond, and being able to assist you in reaching the financial freedom that you so ever deserve, and have the financial education that your children and your grandchildren and your children's children's children so ever deserve. So let's move forward in the future. Look forward to meeting you guys. Ronald Raymond.